Don't you even try it, Baggies. Do not even try it. He's ours, alright? So it has started. The rumour mill has already started moving. And not only are they talking about the possible exit of Che Adams, they're also trying to take Garry Monk too. So today I'm going to be talking about the potential of Monk moving, my personal thoughts on it, whether I think it's true or not, because a few things have been popping up on Twitter, on Instagram and in the news about Baggies being after him. Of course, Darren Moore was sacked under quite controversial circumstances and they're looking for a new manager. Their caretaker is doing quite well and seems to be taking them into the playoffs with ease. If you are worried about Garry Monk or you have some thoughts, you want to get discussion going down in the comments, do that. Go and drop a comment and just share your thoughts. Do you think he's going to stay? Do you think he's going to go? Do you think he's too good for us? Let me know down there. But before we get into it, here is a quick word from our sponsors at OneFootball.
Hello, mates.
Hi.
I tell you what, I need to keep track of all my fixtures. I'm struggling, I tell you.
Oh, have you not heard of OneFootball?
Yeah? What's that?
Yeah, it's a decent little app where you can check your fixtures and get news alerts across the football world.
Nice one, mate. Where can I get this?
You can, yeah, just get it from the link in the description, mate.
Is this supposed to be some kind of bit?
I guess so, but I don't think Joe's very good at these. Well, this is awkward.
So where has the rumour come from now? Originally there was a Daily Mirror article talking about Garry Monk being identified as Baggies' top target. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be their manager though, and a lot of people do like to jump to conclusions. Like, how much can you trust the Daily Mirror? I just personally take everything you read with a pinch of salt. They're trying to get link clicks, they're trying to get people to read their article, and just because Baggies want them as their main man, you know, just because he's the Baggies' main target doesn't mean he's going to move there. Like, I'm sure Garry Monk is on the top of a lot of clubs' lists. Every time there's going to be a sacking, you'll probably see Garry Monk fairly high up. If it's a championship team or even if it's a low Premier League team, you're gonna see his name because he's doing a good job. Also, I do want to say the Daily Mail did say that Alex Neil was the favourite to be the next Baggies boss, and then Preston offered him a new deal. He's since accepted that, and now the odds have dropped for him, obviously. So that could well happen with us as well, and I hope so. I think he's done everything to earn that new deal, and his backroom staff are just as vital as well. So do I think he's gonna stay is the main question, and in all honesty, I think he's right at the beginning of something really, really special. Now, it can take a long time for a manager to start to get his philosophy into a team, to seed out the negative players, the players that don't fit that style or don't have the right attitude. And I feel like Garry Monk has set the foundations for something really special at Blues, and you don't have to look too far to see that clubs can do well on a bit of a shoestring budget. Just look at the two teams that got promoted automatically. Sheffield were in League One a couple of years ago. They haven't spent crazy money. Norwich, they finished, I think, 13th last season, and now they're going to be crowned champions. It's incredible. It's really good to see that you just can't buy the league, and it's more about mentality, hard working, and more than anything, it's about being a team and working together. We've seen it when Blues play themselves. Like Steve Cottrell said, you'll never get this team. I can't remember the exact quote, but he said, you'll never get this team to play well. They're never going to succeed. They're scared to play at home, and they're just not the right players. It doesn't matter who the manager is. And then, ironically, Garry Monk steps in, saves them, absolutely saves them, and they're working. They're fighting for each other. They've got an extra 50% in them. They go from 60% to 110% under Garry Monk, and that's exactly what he can do. And do remember as well, we're a team that has gone to the final day, Survival Sunday, on 3 out of the last 5 seasons. And this season, under Garry Monk's first full season, not only have we avoided relegation, we've avoided it with 2 games to spare, and with a 9-point deduction being handed to us, and with him not being able to spend any money bar the Pedersen signing. He's had only 5 transfers. One of them we had to send back, Bogle. 4 transfers that had to be either frees or loans, and he's done wonders. He's done wonders. The fact he's only had that many players to sign and that amount of them have succeeded, that's an 80%, if my maths is correct, an 80% success rate. You got to give it to him. It's unbelievable, and I feel like he's even got little gems like Marapti. I know a lot of people don't rate Marapti at the minute, but I think, you know, a pre-season under him, he's only a young lad as well, still 24, 25. He's got to get used to this league. He could be a player that turns out to be really good for Blues in the next season or two, and that's exactly what we need. But all you have to say is, with a little bit of money, Garry Monk could turn this club into a playoff pushing club. I'm not saying we'll get there, but I'm saying we'll be in and around that area if he spends his money right and if we get the right amount. Now, losing Che Adams is going to be huge for us, and that, I think everyone's pretty much set for that. Everyone's ready for him to leave. We know he's going to move on. We need the money and so on. But there's no reason why you can't bring in someone who will score goals, or at least score some goals. I'm not saying he's going to be a 20-goal a season striker, no. But I think he's very shrewd in the transfer market, and that's why I don't think he's going to leave. You know, it's like starting a career mode, and halfway through a season, when you feel like you're doing well, when you've got a few players you like, and you're about to spend some more, you go, nah, I'm going to move. You don't do that. I don't do that anyway. It's all, you know what I mean? People say there's no loyalty in football or whatever, but I think as a manager, it's very important that you show that you can stay at a team for a while. And there is no reason why Garry Monk should move. The only reason I think he would move is if the board showed that they haven't changed, that they're the same, they're going to make the same mistakes again, because they've made mistakes in the past, and thankfully we're in a position now where we can start again, where we can have a fresh leaf, a fresh start and turn a new leaf, you know what I mean? So it's vitally important that, more important than a new deal, is that the board show that they're willing to listen to Garry Monk, and they're not going to stick their nose in, and they're not going to pretend they know what they're talking about, hiring certain, what they call directors of football, etc., that don't know what they're doing and don't have their hearts in the club. Let Garry Monk and his men sort it out. I'd even when you say, like, bring someone in who knows football, that's what we tried to do with Fatir and Dean, and it didn't work well. I think Monk knows people. You know, if he had someone he wanted to bring in, then I'd be, you know, that he trusted, I'd be more open to it. Someone that could look after. I'm sure he's got a head scout in his team anyway. But that is the only reason I think he would leave. So other than that, I wouldn't panic too much. I wouldn't, you know. I feel like these articles are going to be popping about every single day just because they want people to get worried and they want to start the rumours kicking off. But we've survived, which is number one. That's the main thing. And now, he's even said it himself in a Blues interview. He said as long as he can see a path forward, he doesn't mind doing it the long way. He doesn't mind doing it the more difficult way. He just wants to move in the right direction. And I feel like when he says that, he just means that he doesn't want to keep being dragged back by the board, making poor decisions. They need to put their trust into him. So I think a summer with Garry Monk there, even if we only had 5 or 6 mil to spend, which I think is a realistic amount. There was a picture floating around on Twitter, which I'll try and stick up here, of Norwich's summer spending, and it was about 6 mil. And the amount of players, they got Vrancic for about 625,000. Vrancic, he's unbelievable. Timu Pukki, he was free. There's a lot of gems out there, and Garry Monk has already gone out to the German second division to get Pedersen. He cost about 2 mil, but look how good he's been. We've been looking for a solid left back for so long, and he's young as well. He's going to get better. He's going to be, honestly, one of the best left backs in the league in a couple of years. So honestly, he's going to get players which will increase in value, which will mean we're not going to be in those situations again where we're struggling with financial fair play, where we're getting deducted points, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we've been deducted points, that we've got ourselves into this situation. But we've pulled our way back out of it, and we may have got off lightly, but we haven't been relegated. We've not suffered, and that is all down to the success of Garry Monk. If we had any other manager, those 9 points would have relegated us. So all in all, I've had a bit of a ramble. I don't do these videos often. I just like to have a bit of a vent sometimes where I see something and I want to respond personally. But I want to hear what you have to say. You might completely disagree with me, and that's completely fine. Like, we're all here to have a chat, to discuss things, and to learn as well. Like, you know, you might tell me something that I'm completely unaware of. I don't have all the answers, you know. So let me know down in the comments. I'm going to be trying to respond to all of them as well. Just what your thoughts are, why he shouldn't leave, what his incentive would be to stay, should we give him a new deal? And not only Garry Monk, those backroom staff. I mean, look, James Beattie has been unbelievable. Che Adams has been doing okay season after season, but he's gone from scoring 6 goals in a season to 22, 23, I think 22. It's incredible. Last season, our top goal scorer was Che Adams with 6 goals. This season, our centre-back has more than that. Morrison has 7 goals, I think. Yeah, 7 goals. Jesus. Okay. But I'm going to wrap it up there. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this for whatever reason, smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. If you're a Baggies fan, I'm sorry. He's not for sale. Go somewhere else, please. And I'll catch you later.